the resets were very frantic because if something went wrong, I had to back the car up
all those winding
several blocks.
He's going 40 backwards through the fucking hills, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
but
confidence.
we're fine.
It worked.
It worked. It worked. And the show's great, I think.
It turned out great.
I'll start with you, Seth,
Okay.
actually.
Oh, yes.
First of all, I can't believe you did that to Marty Scorsese.
I know. He did it, technically.
Well, you forced it.
By my count, I think there are 9 performances from directors in this, not all of whom, many of whom have an acting background, but not all of whom. Was part of the appeal of doing this show, being able to see directors work in that fashion? And did you have somebody who brought something to the table that you weren't expecting?
A lot of people, yeah. I mean, it was a scary part of the show, honestly, because we didn't know how well some of these people would be able to perform and if it would work, But no, actually, like Sarah Polley was the first person that like we approached with like a role in the show very early on, like right when we came up with the idea for the show. So part of the appeal for sure was to get to work with people that I knew or was a fan of and to try to, get to... I know I'm never going to be put in Martin Scorsese's movies, so if I want to work with him, I have to cast him on my television show. It's as simple as that.
You don't know that. Martin Scorsese's doing a movie about the Vancouver Jewish Mafia.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in, pal.
Vancouver Jewish Community Center.
I mean, if Jonah can do a Scorsese movie, I think.
No, he's a much better actor than me.
And then, Kathryn, I'll go to you next. But first, let me do a quick land acknowledgement. I am talking to you from beautiful Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Oh,
It's my home.
Very nice.
Yes.
It's real sweet.
Born and
Working
raised.
remotely. Thanks for representing you and the Kelseys. You're their
Listen, if New
greatest
York's an
mascot.
apple, Cleveland's a plum.
Oh,
That used to be our saying. Do you remember? Yes.
sweet.
I got a bunch of Christmas gifts with that on it this year.
It's the best.
That's really cute.
Anyway, I guess we could talk about this television show. I wanted to ask you in particular, can you tell me a little bit about the costuming process for your character? Because some of the fits, quite frankly, are insane.
Yes.
They're insane, but also really, really realistic. There are people who definitely have that kind of, they want to show the brands on the outside of the clothes rather than on the label on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a really fun process with Cami, our amazing costume designer, to try to find her. It came very easily, weirdly.
Something you dreamed of wearing for a long time.
Yes, exactly.
Pretended it was a joke.
I have never been in a show where I've wanted to keep my costume as much.
I get it. You want to make great art and make $1 billion doing it. Well, guess what? That never happens, and you're going to screw everything up trying to make it happen.
Ms. O'Hara, I think a big theme of this show, in addition to, all the jokes, is a relationship between art and commerce and how that's changed over the years. How much of kind of the changes have you noticed over the span of your career, particularly as we go into the streaming era? What kind of sorts of things come up in meetings now?
Wow. First of all, I have very few meetings. I either get hired or I don't. I think of Entertainment Tonight. When that came on the air, that was the first time I ever heard of a box office. Or cared about, or that that I was supposed to care about it, that your average person was supposed to care about it, or the marketing and what was happening and the numbers and all that. So there's so much more of that now. And everyone is 100% educated on that. I don't think we have to teach anybody anything with this show. Everybody knows how it, basically how it works, but they don't know these characters. Yep. So that's different. I think the power that the internet has definitely changed things. I'm imagining that many years ago, they would go a little more on gut feeling and maybe small audience testing. And there would be a little more confidence or bullshit confidence about what's going to work and what's going to play and why these people are the best cast, to get whatever. And now it's like they put it out. They put it all out there, and the world has really strong influence, I think, on decisions that are made. Oh, yeah. And that must make people in these positions feel crazy. Yeah. Because not only is there in-house kind of fighting for your ideas, but then you've got the world outside telling you how wrong you are, or right you are, whether you are or not.
Mostly wrong.
I tried to answer.
That was great.
That was
really
a great
great.
answer. Thank
Riveting.
you. I feel
Riveting.
I'm glad I remembered.
It was.
Yeah.
Ike, I wanted to ask, I guess you, because watching this show, it struck me how many scenes are just you and Seth in a car driving around.
Ike holding
But
on.
Don't tell
like
people
the-
that.
Yeah, exactly. Ike holding on for dear life.
What is the kind of the shooting of those scenes like, and then just in general building up?
They're really,
camaraderie?
really scary. Like I'm really like when you see me in those scenes, I'm very uncomfortable. Seth drives really fast. These cars were all made like 25 years before
They
I was
have no
born.
safety features
They
in
have
any
like
way,
there's
shape, or
literally
form.
like our transpo guy was like, "Is there a seatbelt?" He goes, "No, just hold on to the clutch." Like every time we're driving, I'm just like really like gripping white knuckled, hoping that this is not how I go because I'm not ready yet. But it was great. I had a great time doing it.
Yes, but your fear was
But
palpable
I
at times.
truly, like, especially when we're going uphill. Seth is a very good driver. He's very confident. Too confident? Maybe.
No,
Yes.
good driver.
And he goes very fast and stops even faster, and it's great, and I like it.
My dad was a driving instructor, and I for a portion of my childhood had one of those cars with 2 steering wheels and 2 gas pedals and stuff.
So you're revolting.
I am a very capable driver.
I will say, we never even got close to an accident, but that didn't mean I didn't think I was.
No, he was very, especially in the winter, when we're driving up to that house and driving up the driveway, and the resets were very frantic because if something went wrong, I had to back the car up
All those winding
several
up.
blocks and several.
He's going 40 backwards through the fucking hills, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
But
confidence.
we're fine.
It worked.
It worked. It worked. And the show's great, I think.
It sure turned out great.
Well, wonderful. Chase, I'm sorry. I got not one, but two rap symbols. I think things are pretty dire on the schedule.
Yeah.
That's all I have
Go
time for.
Cleveland
Really nice talking.
Heights.
Thank you so much.
Tigers!
Arabika.
But when it all comes together and you make a good movie, it's good forever.
Well, you're gonna get us all fired.